Okay, hello Gonark, hello Alyssa, hello Hirago, and hello Eth. Good luck with therapy, Eth. I hope it goes well. Soul level 1. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm doing. um, I do think this will probably be the easiest starting class run, because, I mean, Pyromancer, obviously. I'm thinking of not using an Ascended Flame. I don't know if that makes sense. It does cost like an extra 150,000 or something to get to Ascended +5 from +15, which is, I think, double what it costs. Or, I mean, it doubles the cost. Yeah, it costs the same to get to +15 as it does to get to Ascended +5 from +15. Yeah. Feel free to post the link to the bingo in the Discord, Alyssa. As far as I know, the hand axe is one of the best melee weapons in the game, full stop, especially if you buff it. Obviously I'm not going to be buffing it this run, because, well, I mean, power within, but I can't use Sunlight Blade or whatever. Even without that, the hand axe is still very, very good. I believe it's standard damage, which means no huge resistances. No huge weaknesses like the mace tomorrow. I think the mace is, in general, going to be better than the hand axe. I think the cleric is also going to be better than the pyromancer, just because cleric gets access to Sunlight Blade and the Tonitrus, and the mace, which are both very good weapons. But the hand axe is also just insanely good. So I think the pyromancer has the easiest start, but the cleric has the best gear overall, at least for my playstyle specifically. I'm excited to be able to use Power Within in the starting class stream. That's going to be fun. I think I basically just want Great Combustion, Power Within, and like Great Fireball. Come on, here we go. There's a foot axe. Not sure how that would work. Veteran's prosthesis, but you actually put it on your foot. Oops. I forgot I couldn't just back up. I've been playing too much Night Rain. Asylum Demon and Night Rain is much easier. Oops. Easier, I say. Hello, Smo. Welcome. Yeah, I do think this will be a very close second for best starting class, just because I have access to Power Within. And would be the best if I was allowing myself to get, like, other stuff. Hello, Arachnid. Welcome. Speaking of Night Rain, I found a really fun Scholar build that, I made a really fun Scholar build. I should level, what does the axe scale off of? Okay, I'll go 27 strength. Never used the Pyromancer except for Soul Level 1. Wasn't really used for the Pyromancy. I mean, Pyromancy is obviously extremely strong in this game, but I think it's fun. Whoa. Anyway, speaking of Night Rain, I've been doing that Scholar build, and I think it works really well for solo, so maybe expect another not-solo character in solo. Just now about to cut strawberries? Good timing. Bingo boasted in Discord. Okay. Link in the description for those of you who are not in the Discord and would like to join Bingo, or just the Discord in general. No obligation to play Bingo. YouTube censors are mean today. That's tragic. Maybe they're getting stricter with my streams specifically. Okay. That misses completely. Cool. I wonder if I should even, like, level damage stats, right? I'm not sure I'm gonna need them. I feel like I should just put all my souls into Pyromancy Flame. That'll do it. Cool. Okay, let me switch to live chat because YouTube is mean today. There we go. Strawberries or orange berries? That makes sense to me. The pistol word? You mean like flowers? That kind of pistol, right? Yeah, I don't know. This run is going to have a little bit more setup than most other starting classes, but I don't think nearly as much as, like, sorceries. I want, like, 4 attunement slots at most. I'm probably going to grab as many soul items as I remember to grab, just because I'm going to need a lot of souls to upgrade the Pyromancy Flame. So, I don't know. I don't think the soul sink into the Pyromancy Flame is actually that big of a deal. Just because of the scaling on levels. Like, I'm not going to get that many fewer levels than I would casually, you know? Okay, I was really worried that didn't one-shot. Just don't really enjoy Pyromancy spells. I don't know. I like a lot of Pyromancy spells. Like, Combustion is super fun to use. Smo has to talk loud so you can hear him through his helmet. His big-ass suit. For the lasagna attack. I was thinking of getting Chaos Fireball just because it's super easy to get. All your souls into the Pasakas. Good idea. It's genius. $107 is like a lot more damage than I was expecting to get out of this thing off the bat. That's like really high. There you go. Save Laurentius, the best NPC in the game. I don't want to soul dupe. I'm not gonna soul dupe to upgrade the Pyromancy Flame. I might soul dupe to buy Pyromancies though. I was not expecting that to one-shot. I forgot Pyromancies are kind of busted. Oop. Yeah, I knew hand axe was good, thanks to Trev, but I never really tried it as my main weapon, so I'm not really sure how good. Yeah. Maybe... I was gonna say maybe I should go straight for Power Within, but that's kind of out of the way, and I also don't want to risk Anastasia dying. Hold on. Mo is just perpetually having a good time, that's true. That's why he's laughing all the time. Come on. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I got this. Are you kidding me? I should be good at this. I'm like a tiny bit too late. There we go, finally. Yeah, Great Combustion is probably one of the best spells in the game. Obviously, I need to get a +10 Pyromancy Flame before I can go down to Quaylana and get that. Oh, that's true. If I do go fight... Yeah, but... I don't know. That is a lot of souls. I'm gonna buy all this. I don't need all of it, but I'm gonna buy all of it. Medium Combustion? That's a good question. New Goddess of the Sun Edition idea. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to Andre. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the hand axe to +10. Then I'm gonna fight gargoyles, then I'm gonna go down to Quelaag. Just okay combustion. Do you start with 2 slots? You do, okay. Yeah, so Power Within, Great Combustion, Great Chaos Fireball, if I'm feeling spicy. Black Flame, eventually, but obviously that's not for a while. So like 6 slots at most, and that's probably too much of a soul commitment. So probably 4 or 5 slots. What are they called? Attunement slots. Large combustion, the size of a small combustion. So just Great combustion, but with less range. I don't want to use report. I don't like undead report. Actually, I'm not sure that I've ever used undead report. Huh. I'll get it. I'll use it once. Just because I've never used it before. Flash sweat. For all the freaks out there. That one is important. That's a good point. Works on humanoid enemies pretty much. I assume it doesn't work on things like Silver Knights though, right? It's specifically undead, not lords. Being therapized. Good luck. Yeah, gotta use flash sweat. I'll tune it right now. I'll use it for Quaylag. I feel like that makes sense. Okay, combustion. I guess fire orb. Well, here. For the fans real quick. I just used the Night Rain undo hand button. I'm gonna... Okay. I'll get my brain out of... Wow, that is so much more particles than I remember being on there. I'll get out of Night Rain brain mode eventually. Okay. Okay, see, the thing is, I wanted to parry, but I had my Pyromancy flame out. I couldn't. Oh my god. The Furianizer? True. We do need that spell. That's important. Yes, you can use it on Undead Merchant. Can, I assume the invaders can't hurt your NPCs, right? Okay. I don't know how far back this pushes the Black Knight. Probably not very much. A tiny, tiny bit. God, insane skill issue. I should be better at this game by now. The invader can't fight back? Yeah, okay. I wonder how much this is going to do to have. Well, I feel like I should put this here. Just because that's more what I'm used to, because usually a seal needs to be in your offhand, and then Sanctus or well, Grasscrest in your offhand. Or wait, yeah, also in your offhand. And then Pyromancy Flame in your main hand, so you can switch off of your main weapon. So you can still buff your main weapon, but still use Power Within. So, Pyromancy Flame in right hand because I'm used to it from buffing routines. More or less. Yeah, if you're liking the stream, oh god, that is worthless against Owl. If you're enjoying the stream and feel so inclined, I would really appreciate... Oh my god, I didn't know he had a rolling attack. Jesus Christ. I've never seen him use that. If you're enjoying the stream and are so inclined, I would really appreciate a like because it does a lot for the algorithm and it lets me know that I'm doing the right thing. If you would like to support me more directly than just boosting the algorithm, there's the super chat button and the membership button or whatever. If you want to support me more directly without giving money to YouTube, I have a coffee link in the description. No pressure or anything, obviously, but it does mean a lot. Death by Havel bingo square. Damn. Is that the first time you've gotten that? It feels like it's been a while since I died to Havel. I didn't even know that was on the bingo. We only have 2 more Shining Class streams after this, huh? Cleric and Deprived. The 2 that I've actually been most excited for. I don't think I've ever actually seen Havel roll. No, that's not true. That's so little damage. Ugh. You need to be holding... For stuff like Grasscrest, yeah, you specifically need to be holding it to get the benefit. which is why it needs to be in your offhand, because you can't like repost with stuff in your main hand or whatever. You can't two-hand with stuff in your main hand, and the motion value multiplier is just too good to pass up most of the time when you're going for buffed weapons. Stuff like that. Yeah, so you could have Grass Crest and a Talisman in your offhands, generally, and then switch between them. Gray screen on Havel? I don't know what that means. I died to Havel. Because I'm bad at the video game, I guess. I wonder if this extra, like, what is it? 10 damage? Is even worth the two-handing. Because I can riposte immediately if I don't two-hand, but I have to wait a second when I do. Oh, I guess it's a bit more than 10 damage. That might be worth. Yeah, if you were to have Sanctus and Grass Crest in your offhands, both, only one of them would take effect. It's whatever one you have actively, like, in your hands. Pyromancer. God, I love Py. To be fair, with Sanctus and Grass Crest, it's very rare that I would want both effects. It's very rare that I want Sanctus at all if I'm not hyper-moding. And I don't like hyper-moding very often. Just wield Sanctus in main, Grass Crest and offhand. That's true. That's a good idea. The two best shields in the game. I wonder if I could do a run like that and make it interesting. Probably not. I feel like that would just end up being like my server run, but worse. Extremely long Havel fight today. The good part about a hand axe is the attack speed rather than the individual hit DPS, so, or individual hit damage. Thorn armor for damage, true. I don't know, I feel like smacking enemies with the Sanctus would do more. Would Sanctus or Grass Crest deal more damage, I wonder? I'm not actually sure. I can't imagine it would be that big of a difference, but when you're doing that little damage, every little bit helps, I guess. That didn't kill him? Oh my god. He's learning. He didn't push his own barrel into himself. Maybe eventually he'll learn to turn around occasionally. Hey, a trunk. Yeah, the R2 is really good too. I assume the motion values on this are the same as most other melee weapons. Riposte damage is not great. Are Black Knights resistant or weak to fire? That certainly doesn't look resistant. Free from Havel jail, yeah. Why am I don't need that. I mean, it wasn't that long of a Havel fight. It was only... I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. I did die to him, so I guess it was longer than normal because of that too. It wasn't jail. It wasn't that long. Hey, yeah, like I said, probably just Andre gets a +10. Go fight gargoyles and then go fight Quailang. Fields are good against fire, but not resistant. I don't know, I feel like I'm just underestimating the kind of damage I'm gonna get out of the Pyromancy Flame anyway, to be honest. I forget the Pyromancy Flame is, like, actually busted. Well, because like Gwyn is weak to fire, isn't he? Because lore? Because he was already set on fire, so he's weak to it or something. Well, got some I don't remember what it's called. What's the fake thing that makes things flammable that people thought was real for a while? It is also unupgraded, that's true. Unupgraded Pyromancy Flame is funny. I've thought about doing Pyromancy only, but the only difference from like most Pyromancy only runs is that I would skip Quelaag, which really isn't that interesting, right? I don't know. I thought they were burnt to a crisp because they went with Gwyn into the kiln. Huh. I don't know. I'm not good at Dark Souls lore, despite having played it so much. I'm relatively familiar with most of the lore, but specifics like that I couldn't tell you. Phlogiston, yeah. Made the phlogiston more volatile without using all of it. That's the lore. That's why they're not resistant to fire. Um. Yeah, I'm gonna go kill the big guy. Then go through sends the large titanite shards. Yeah. I could use these souls to go upgrade the pyromancy flame. I guess I could also fight the gargoyles now with an unupgraded pyromancy flame and then use those souls to upgrade the pyromancy flame. I don't know. I don't think not upgrading my pyromancy flame for a little bit is gonna make a huge difference, to be honest. It takes a lot more stamina than I expected, the hand axe. It's not like a ton, but I guess it is an axe and not like a curved sword. There we go. Maybe I should be one-handing for stamina cost. Oh. Motion value is too important. Surely. Okay, that is a lot of stamina. No, motion value is definitely too important. That's a big difference. I have pyromancy. What am I doing? Jesus. I know how to play the video game, I swear. Got blown up by TNT, yeah. Maybe it's that the silver oxidized. Is oxidized silver black? Yay for Pyromancer indeed. Because I'm pretty sure the Black Knights were like effectively elite Silver Knights, right? I need to drink more water. More brownish? Okay, well, for the sake of lore. I should only need one of these, right? That's 2k? Okay. That should still be enough, I think, to get to +5. Only 200. Yeah, that should, in theory, be enough. Silver gets tarnished and looks black. Yeah, we'll say for sake of stylization. That's what it is. Okay, sun skip. Yeah, I'll fight gargoyles to +10. It would be nice to have a higher upgraded pyromancy flame for the giants specifically in Suns, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Oh my god, he's actually running. Normally he walks really slow. Okay, well. Normally he does that first. That wasn't far back enough. No, probably not far down enough either. There we go. Very smooth send skip so far. And axe is just a curved sword in disguise. True. That doesn't count for skip fail. I failed, I mean, I did fail a skip earlier because I almost died when doing depth clip, but that wasn't a fail. Okay. Can I? This is probably a dumb idea. If I come up here... Oh my god, I can do it without the snakes bothering me. What if I just, like, do a little bit of that? Hold on. Hold on. This is dumb. This is a bad idea. You only have no skip fails? No. Tragic. Okay, now we go fight a giant. I want to get the souls, as many souls as I can, just because I really don't want a soul to upgrade the Pyromancer Flame. It's only 150k, like, that's not a ton to get to plus 15. It's a lot, but it's not like, you know, an unreasonable amount. Did you know the Iron Golem has a nut allergy? Really weird lore that they don't talk about, but you give him roasted nuts, he dies. You turn black because they were charred while fighting the Chaos Demons. Okay. I did not know that. I don't know if the Axe or the Pyromancy will be better at this point. Probably the Pyromancy still. But I guess we'll find out. 79. Yeah. Axe is definitely better at this point. Pyromancy is good for stamina cost, though. Or lack thereof, I suppose. Who balls Iron Golem edition? True. Less blue, more black now, but you know. Not the longest giant fight I've had, to be fair. Not the shortest, but... I don't even think it's been the longest in the starting class streams. Okay. Black and blue, one might say. True. Very bruised. As if you're too lazy to upgrade it. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. Do you have a favorite weapon? Yeah, the scythe. The one basically right below me. Not the great scythe, but specifically the scythe that looks like a Bardiche. One down in the tar pit in Sun's Fortress. That is going to be my final Dark Souls 1 stream. So after this month-ish of streams, I'm not going to be able to stream the last week of this month because I'm moving apartments. But I think I should... I don't know why I quit out there. That was dumb. I should finish this, like, poll of, like, the, you know, the 4 streams by the first week of next month, I think, if I'm getting my timing correctly and I don't have something that prevents me from doing a stream. Then I'm gonna redo 4 streams that I feel like deserve to be redone. Specifically the Velka's Rapier, because that was a really bad stream. The Dragon Bone Fist, because I was really bad at the game when I used that. The 4-prong plow, because in that run my internet died and I had to do it in 2 parts. And then the Claymore, because that's one of my favorite weapons and I used it with a Chaos Infusion, which was a mistake. Yeah, I think it's the Scythe in Dark Souls 1 and 2. It's the Glaive, I think, in Dark Souls 3. I don't know if it exists in Elden Ring. Hello, Cyclops. Welcome. A Knight Kirk cosplay run? I did that a while ago. I did that when I did the Thorn Sword or whatever it's called. Stealing the brain cells. True. Dark Souls. That's so dumb. Playing Dark Souls 3 and got a random AFK Brazilian, so he laid down and found some prism stones and loot. That's very kind. Knight Rider Glaive? Probably the closest visually in Elden Ring. Yeah, it's kind of Bardiche-esque, right? Because it does have the handle, like, kind of behind the head. Yeah, true. I have yet to, yep. And unless I get that V2 Avatar soon, that's probably not going to happen in a Dark Souls 1 stream. It's always Dark Souls. Because it's not happening out loud. Dark Souls 2 will officially become to be known as Dark Souls, I think. Ugh. I wonder if combustion is the play here. Oh yeah, by far. I should have done that. Yep, Souls 2. True. You know, the joke is funny when two separate people make it right after one another. Scholar of the first year. I like that one. I probably should have quit out. I was distracted. Oh. Ah! Everything's fine. Overnight Spear or Great Axe Worm? How did you get here? Which one are you? What? Is that the one? I mean, it must be the one in the room, like, right below me, right? I've never seen that one run up here. I didn't know that one could leave its little perch, to be honest. Aldia's gonna tell us all about the first. Yep, yeah. Gonna completely rewrite the lore. Yeah, I'm really excited to start doing Dark Souls 2. Unfortunately, I don't think Appa is in Dark Souls, so the second yep wouldn't be very useful. Kind of superfluous, you know? The throwing Yipper into Fopper. Too bad Rhea isn't in this stream. I think she'd be having fun with this. I need to be studied. I'm not much of a mystery, huh? Redundant yip. Excessive yippage. What kind of paladin armor is there in Dark Souls 1 other than Leroy's? Because there's obviously the paladin armor. I don't think the cleric set is super interesting of a set, and I'm pretty sure there are very similar sets in the other games. Holy robes? Holy robes. Is that Bria set? Superfluous. True. Insanico, the elite cleric set that never actually made it into the game. Okay, Rhea, where's the maiden set? Magnificent. Okay, gonna use one of these. Scholar of the first Yip's entire job is just studying me. Yeah, that makes sense. 6, and get this to +10. And go upgrade the Pyromancy Flame at Laurentius as much as I can with what I have, and then Gargoyles. Then upgrade the Pyromancer Flame more. Only starting armor that doesn't reappear in Dark Souls 3? Weird. Several candidates vying to be nominated the next scholar, that's true. You'd like to apply, huh? Smooth. Cleric starting set is a holy set. Then what's the cleric armor? Is the cleric armor different from the holy set? I know this game very well, except armor. I could tell you where almost every weapon is in the game just from memory, but when it comes to armor, I got nothing. The heavy metal armor that Vincent Nico wears and Patches sells. Then is Pates? Not Pates. Hold on, I got it. It's in there somewhere. Petrus. Is Petrus Elite Cleric? Doesn't some NPC wear Elite Cleric's hat? I don't think that's even necessary to use, but whatever. Yeah, it's 150,000 to get to +15. That should be more than enough for now. It's not in the game at all. Okay, I could have swore some NPC used it. No, I'm thinking of the Mage Smith set or whatever that Rickert uses. But you can't actually get. Okay, not extreme overkill for the gargoyles, but still pretty overkill. And that's the fun part. I'm gonna go into New Londo. Yeah, I'm gonna go New Londo after this. And then... Alright, come on, really? Leave me alone. And then go down to Orlando. I really want to get to +10 Pyromancy Flame before going down into Blighttown, just so I don't have to go back down there later. I guess I'm gonna have to go back down there later anyway, but I want to get Great Combustion before in Orlando, so... Pardon me? I thought that was the invasion sound for a second. I was very confused. I was worried I accidentally was human or something. Okay. Oh. I'm surprised I had enough range to do that. That not taking stamina is so funny. Really the balancing decision of all time. Crown and Dragon Crest? Dragon Crest, you mean, Bellowing Dragon? Dragon Crest? I didn't know that affected Pyromancies, to be honest. I might grab that then. I actually had no idea. Okay, ring setup is probably just gonna be Bellowing Dragon Crest and... I don't know. I tried to make the Old Witch's Ring boost Pyromancies in Goddess of the Sun edition, but I never figured out how. It buffs fire damage on weapons, but not Pyromancies. Everything that affects sorceries affects Pyromancies in Dark Souls 1 for some reason. Huh, good to know. Impact for spell under the hood? I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I mean... I don't know, I haven't actually looked that much into Pyromancies, to be honest. Dust Crown boosts all 3 spell types. Why does this live stream look and run better than any of the videos you've seen on a mobile? That's a good question. Oh. Should have probably gone for that one. I could get both of them in one, but that's fine. It's shocking. Having been playing so much Night Rain recently, it's shocking how good the lock-on system is in this game as opposed to Night Rain. Night Rain lock-on is so garbage. It's impossible to lock onto what you're attempting to lock onto. You can two-hand the Pyromancy Flame? Does that affect motion values on the Pyromancies? There's no way that affects anything other than the R2, right? Green Crest, it only buffs sorceries, but works with lasagna throwing. Okay, good to know. Hello, Carl Gustav Jung. Welcome. It's just like that? I had no idea you could do this. Back to strawberries. Good luck with your strawberries. I hope cutting them isn't too tedious. Night 1 and 2 night bosses and Night Rain, you'll sometimes randomly lock on enemies outside the arena. Yeah, especially during the pre-boss enemy wave. Very much have had that experience many times. Is there a way to get 2 Pyromancy Flames? Maybe if the first time you talk to Laurentius, you drop your Pyromancy Flame? I can try real quick. Obviously, this isn't the first time I talked to Laurentius, so that might work. But if it's not, like, in your inventory and you come over here and... maybe it'll let you get a second one? I'm not sure. What if I... 7... Okay, yeah. I don't think I have any more soul items. Well, not one that would actually get me that. Allowing Dragon Crest both fully can one-shot Drakes with Great Chaos Fireball. Yeah. You can get a second flame in New Game from Ingi. Can you buy one from Ingi, or is it like, does he give it to you as part of dialogue? Oh, excuse me. Set your second hand on fire. That's always a good option. I mean, that would unequip the Pyromancy Flame, right? So your second hand would be not on fire if you did 2 hands. I wanted to do Dark Souls 1 with Immolation only, but then, because, specifically with Remass Test, because Remass Test replaces the, like, Pyromancy Flame Punch, with Combustion. Not Combustion, sorry, Immolation, the one that sets yourself on fire. And I wanted to do that, but then, I think the backlogs? It was either the backlogs or, like, Baron's Castle or something, did Dark Souls 1 Pyromancy, or I mean Immolation only, with a custom mod that like basically backported Dark Souls 2 Immolation, if I remember correctly. I still want to do that, but I also really don't want it to seem like I'm just ripping off the backlogs. Just because the Immolation spell is really cool. It was the backlogs? Okay. The Remastered one, it like explodes you and does a bunch of damage to you and to enemies nearby like immediately, and then also gives you the Immolation effect. I think that'd be really fun. But I don't know how to frame it in a way that isn't just, hey, look at this thing the backlogs did, but slightly different. Unbearably tedious. Well, I'm glad I can help cut down on the tedium a little bit. My goal in life is to make people's lives a little bit better. And if that means being background noise while cutting strawberries, then I'm happy to be that. Wow, that is certainly damage. The difference is that I'm a pretty girl. I don't think that really works with, like, how I'm framing the video, though. Oh, an oven, when you oven the cold food, araha, eat the food, because Proto-Indo-Europeans, European word. I am not even gonna attempt to pronounce that, because it's definitely not the first thing that came to mind. Very fun creature to fall asleep to. Thank you. Means a lot. Eventually. Eventually, Pyromancies will be better than the hand axe. Eventually. I'm so excited to get Power Within. To just like boost my damage 40%. It'd be so cool if Power Within was affected by motion values. I mean, I guess technically it kind of is because it's multiplicative, but you know, someday. And by someday, I mean soon, hopefully. After I beat Ceaseless. Gotta fix your sleep? No. Why would you fix your sleep schedule when you can just not? Sleep at midnight and wake up at 5? Like, okay, 5 p.m? Because that is a little bit more of an issue. I sleep anywhere between 3 and 7 a.m. And then wake up at anywhere between noon and 4 p.m. Depending on the day and such. If I have obligations. I try to wake up earlier, but it doesn't always work. Ah, so close. What's an easy way to get 4,000 souls? I know a couple easy ways to get a bunch of souls. The sneeze was very loud. It didn't, in fact, come through the microphone. There's some. Gonna rack up a couple sins, but that's okay. I'm also gonna upgrade my Estus Flask before I forget, because otherwise I will 100% forget. Okay, a few more souls here. Oh my god. I forgot the rolling attack was so fast. Thousand more, and then the most important one to kill. Well, that I've killed probably more than most NPCs in the game. Oh, I tried to roll it. Wrath of the Gods, that's like the spell. Okay. He really does not want me to parry him. Hello, June, welcome. I hope your tummy feels better soon. Okay, and then this will definitely get me over 12k. That'll get me plus 10. So I can not have to go back to Blighttown later. Wrath of the Gods is a miracle? It's still a spell. Miracles, sorceries, and pyromancies are all spells. Miracles and sorceries are different. Rescuing Griggs is such a time investment. I have to go all the way to the Lower Burg, and I guess I need to go kill the Black Knight in the parish anyway. What about a +5 Ascended Flame? That's an extra 150,000 souls. That's so much. If I soul dupe for the rest of the levels right now, or well, once I get down here, because I'm going to soul dupe to buy the spells. But if I also just upgraded the Pyromancy Flame and then ascended it, then I would ascend it, but I don't know if I want to do that. Because I'm not going to come... Well, I guess I can come back down to Blighttown later. Or I have to come back down to Blighttown later anyway. I don't know. Petrus has unique dialogue for if he never admits that he hates Rhea but still kills her. Huh. Interesting. Poorly heat-treated steel. Maybe, let it melt a tiny bit. it's a brittle. Like a popsicle? Or is it just like actually ice cream? Because that doesn't seem healthy. Tub ice cream. Yeah, that doesn't seem like what it's supposed to be. There's a soul item over here that I can pick up and dupe with on the way up through Blighttown. I believe the Pyromancer set has the highest poison resistance of any other starting gear. Off the top of my head anyway. Like actually one of the biggest pros of the Pyromancy set, or of the Pyromancer, is just having insane poison and toxic resistance off the bat. Which makes going down to Blighttown really easy. Hello Xenocross, welcome. Pardon me. Excuse me, please. Thank you. This is why toxic resistance early on is good. So you don't get immediately toxic. Okay. Oh yeah, the spot. There you go. That one is scary, because if it decides to attack quickly, then there's a painful time. Used to be able to block the swamp, like block the poison. I don't think that's a thing, because that's definitely not a thing in Demon Souls. And I would be shocked if there was a glitch like that in Dark Souls 1.0 that wasn't in Demon Souls. Like something so dramatic and obvious, you know? There are a lot of ground-based attacks that you can block in Dark Souls and other FromSoft games, but... Oh... I fell over. I forgot that could happen. I can't... I've never been able to do that on purpose, but... happens on accident sometimes. Pardon me. There's the poison bite ring, but it doesn't make it impossible to get poison, just increase resistance. Yeah. You should be able to shield surf on the poisonous mud, I agree. I mean, rusted iron ring and poison bite basically make it impossible to get poisoned anyway. If you're really worried about it, you know, level up resistance. Honestly, if resistance leveled up all of your status resistances and not literally only poison and toxic, I think it would be less made fun of. Because like it would be genuinely useful for something like, I don't know, a life hunt scythe build, you know? Okay, I don't want to fall because it's going to kill me instantly. I also need to be careful of the ghouls. I would love to be able to see too, that would be really nice. I think that's the only one that's going to come down. There you go. Does it change what kind of poison it is? Because that's going down way faster. I could very well have changed from swamp poison to another kind of poison. Because I'm pretty sure swamp poison lasts longer. Or it just, like, doesn't actually reset the status bar and only does visually. Should increase physical resistance? Yeah, if it increased, like, bleed, physical, like, elemental resistances, like, even... I don't know, I feel like if it actually increased your defense at all, it would also be a lot less hated. But all status effects would also just be nice, right? Because right now, in vanilla, bleed resistance is increased by leveling stamina, of all things, so... On if a true no damage run is possible for Dark Souls 1, it is. People have done it, haven't they? Might be insane, but I'm like 90% sure people have done that. Where do you take damage? I don't think there is any force damage. I guess lava, but you can skip the lava completely. I can't think of anything that would make it impossible to do that. I want more attunement. Okay, that should be a good amount of attunement slots for the rest of the game, to be honest. Teeth? You can skip the Seath damage, though. Bite down. No, you can get high enough resistance to not get poisoned in Blight Town. If I had the Rusted Iron Ring, I could get through the Blight Town Swamp without getting poisoned right now. This resistance is high enough. If you just get Rusted Iron, and then, like, you know, maybe Grass Crest or something for stamina. I've done it. Hello, Quaylana. Oops. Okay. I think that's the only soul item I have. That should be enough to get all the spells I want. Purchase. Great Fireball. Great Combustion. Undead Report. And then this. That's a lot of souls. I quit out so I could do soul looping, not for the mosquitoes. Oh, I do have another soul item. Dual Gargoyle Tail Access for even more absurd resistance? You can. If you have... I believe it's... I don't remember all the exact things. I think it's Smo's Gauntlets. Oops. There's the... I think it's the Gargoyle Helmet, Smo's Gauntlets. The Bingy Robe? And something else. You just get absurd bleed resistance. Blood Bite Ring, obviously. What have I... Okay, that was the only way I was gonna ascend the Pyromancy Flame, so... For the sake of funny numbers. Oh my goodness, I was taking a drink of water and almost dropped my water bottle. That was scary. Not gonna fully upgrade it? Not yet. I just ascended it so I didn't have to come all the way back down to Blight Town just to ascend it. So now I can finish upgrading it at Learn Chase. Where is the Poison Bite Ring? Don't you buy it from, is it... Do you buy it from Oswald? I know that's where you get the Blood Bite Ring. Oswald sells it? Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. What about getting Fire Tempest? What about Chaos Firestorm? I think Chaos Firestorm is probably easier to get than Fire Tempest, to be honest. Not like Humanity is rare. And I know I could buy Fire Tempest right now, but if I'm gonna get Great Chaos Fireball anyway... And I can one-shot Manus. Actually, was it Firestorm that one-shot Manus? I don't remember. I don't... I watched, like, Meaty Jesus' video, and that's kind of it for that whole saga. Huh, that's kind of underwhelming. I guess that's a +10 on Quelaag. Oh. Oh, wait. Fire Tempest is given? I don't know, actually. I have no idea. I thought it was a different spell, but I could be insane. I don't use Pyromancies very often, and when I do, I don't grab those spells. It's always just like a utility spell like Great Chaos, Fire, or like one of the ranged ones, and then Great Combustion and Power Within, and that's kind of it. I have all the ways to die. He did, in fact, explode all over me, actually. That's exactly what happens. I just wasn't paying enough attention. Fire Tempest is the one that one-shot Manus. Okay. Suddenly a lot of people are jealous of Quelaag. Some Bug Eerie. If you want to see some Bug Eerie, just watch me play Night Rain. Or well, I guess watch my headmate play Night Rain. This is true facts. Silk Song? True. That's also a bug Eerie. Oops. Okay, gonna be very slightly more careful this time. Slightly. In other words, I have to actually pay attention. Gong indeed. That R2 does a lot of damage. Okay, well. Because you felt the presence of Skong. Too bad Krista isn't here. She would probably do the same thing. What is the bug Eerie your headmate is engaged with in Night Rain? Okay. my brain was short-circuiting. My headmate has a bug Sona. That is a moth. A Luna moth, specifically. And Noster, one of the Night Rain Night Lords, is also a moth. A very pretty moth. A bug elf? Is there giant ears? You like Holster? I'm kind of middling on Holster, to be honest. I don't like Holster very much. He's probably... I don't know. In terms of the base game, like, normal bosses that aren't Everdarks or DLC, he's probably my least favorite. When you include Everdarks and DLC, Everdark Balancers is probably my least favorite. Otherwise, Everdark Libra, because obviously. Chaos Fireball. And then I'm gonna rest here specifically so that I can warp here later. So I already rested in Blight Town anyway. And then when I get back up, I need to go through New Londo, get the very large Ember and the chunks. I can get the hand axe to plus 15. And go from there. When putting in practice for Everdark Sentient Pest, depth 5 solo no hit at level 1. Huh. Level 1 Night Rain doesn't seem that fun, to be honest. I've seen people do it, but it's just like you get a bunch of ritual shields so you can survive a hit, and then you deal damage. Does that make Fortis a Hamajoshi? Yes. Long-lived, slim and tall, a wanderer a wandering and skilled warrior with an agile fighting style. Even has horns that kind of look like long elf ears if you squint. True. I think that does make her an elf. I hate that they made Fortis's name look like Fartis. They didn't have to do that. Like, there's no way they didn't notice that and just, like, went with it. Wonder if it's a translation thing, like, how the Flexile Sentry is supposed to be the Exile Sentry. And then Fortis is supposed to be spelled F-O-R-T. I feel like that... I feel like that would make more sense. Like Fortis, you know? I think Animus also counts as Buggery in that situation, to be fair. Hello, send help, welcome. The flexible exile sentry, that's true. I agree. But not the Flexile Sentry thing? Yeah, I mean, lore-wise, Exile Sentry makes a lot more sense. Flexile doesn't mean anything, though, so... Oops. I always think of Flex Heels, a brand of compressor hoses. Interesting. Do I want to level up here, or do I want to wait to level up the Pyromancy Flame more? I think I do want to level up. I think I want to get my strength to 27 and level up my vitality a tiny bit. I also want to level up endurance a bit. I'll get vitality and endurance to 20 each, and then put the rest of my souls into the Pyromancy Flame. Because you haven't seen them at their cool splits. But that's flexible, not flexile. The Fading Flame puts an item here, and I think that's a really good idea. And I think it would be cool to do that in Goddess of the Sun edition, but I don't know what I'd put there. I guess I could do Flame Weapon. I want to add Flame Weapon. I haven't tried to do that yet. I don't know. I guess minor Goddess of the Sun edition update incoming. Link in the description if you haven't played it yet, by the way. Ugh, running all the way out of Blighttown. Flexile means pliant and flexible? Does it? Is that like a real word? Because if it is, I've very much been told that flexile is just straight up not a word at all. And I, you know, felt like that was pretty true. Also, pliant? Is pliant a word? I thought it was pliable. I don't think I've ever heard pliant either. That sentry is moving all over the place. True. It copied itself and put it in the DLC twice. It's crazy. Pliable has the root pliant. Huh. They're basically the same word. Interesting. Could learn to check your sources. I do most of the time. Most of the time. You know, most playthroughs of Dark Souls, you learn something about Dark Souls. As it turns out, some playthroughs of Dark Souls, you learn something that isn't about Dark Souls. Yeah, that is unfortunately extremely relatable. Unfortunately. Lebanon. My favorite country. I don't know how much I should say, but I got early access to a 3D platformer that's coming out in about a week from now. And I'm doing a challenge run in it. And there's a lot of really funny Souls references that I wouldn't expect to be in a 3D platformer. I recommended a video by Vsauce called Thermite Balls. If it's a short, yes. Anyway, There is a pendant that does nothing. Um, there's there's like a system very similar to like messages. It's like you'll leave something on the ground and then other players will be able to see it, right? It's the same kind of asynchronous multiplayer. And I was wondering why they gave an early access key of a 3D platformer to Essel's tuber, and it makes a lot more sense now. Thank you so much, June. That means a lot. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. The Pyromancer is the best class in Dark Souls 1. It depends. I came up here to upgrade, but obviously I don't have enough souls for that. It's good, but I don't think that the Pyromancer is the best one. I think the Cleric is the best one. Like, okay, if you are switching off of the Pyromancer gear, I think Pyromancer is probably the best one. But if you're not switching off the starting gear, then I think Cleric is the best one. At least having not done the Cleric run yet, but also have used the Mace and also Miracles together in the same run. Which Vsauce? Because there are 3 Vsauces that could have done that. And all of them are believable to different degrees. Which starting character has the most pronoun? Pyromancer. Over the hand axe and Pyromancy Flame? Black Flame? Black Flame isn't that good. It's fine. It's a very good attack, but I don't know, for my playstyle specifically, I would much rather have a Sunlight Bladed Mace. Metal Gear Solid 3 is really good. I need to finish Delta. Delta's really good. I don't remember how far I got in Delta. I think it was just after... No, it was just before the Fear fight. Yeah, Great Combustion is also... I mean, Great Combustion and Black Flame are both really good, right? But, I don't know. I wouldn't say they're better than a Sunlight Bladed Mace. Especially because the Sunlight Blade Mace combo... like you can also stack Power Within on top of that and RTSR, you know, you can hyper mode with that and then you just get really dumb damage. That scales a lot better. And then you don't need to like worry about casts and stuff. Great kombucha. I've never had kombucha. Soul Spear and Crystal Spear? I mean, that's fair. Not my playstyle, but yeah. New Londo ghosts are lesbians, true. See him lesbians for the most part. I forgot I don't need to pick up the key. Chapter 55 tomorrow? That's crazy. That's a lot of chapters coming out in one day. I mean, yeah, if it's just starting equipment, that's different. But like, I feel like if you're choosing with just the starting equipment, I still think that Cleric is better for my playstyle specifically. But if you're talking about build and you're allowing yourself to get other stuff, I still think Cleric is better. I know some people who might like kombucha based on that description. Thank you for the information, Carl Gustav Young. Commands. Do I care about getting a chunk? I don't think I do. I bought a Ducky 1 keyboard, partially based off the name. It's always a command, true. E83, Atsu, or Hein. None of those combinations of letters mean anything to me. Not keyboard, mousepad. None of those combinations of letters mean anything to me. My mousepad is one that that a partner in high school gave me that is shaped like the moon and is way too small. Like to the point where I am constantly pulling it back because it scooches to the back of my desk as I use it. So I have no information whatsoever on mousepads. Professor P. That's a funny name and also a command. Oh. Oh. Use your three-year-old mouse on a wooden table. As you should. She's dirty. True. Just because I'm bad at the video game doesn't mean I'm not dirty. Well, no, I did take a shower, like, last night. So. I guess technically I'm kind of washed right now, which is unfortunate. An unpaid bill as a mousepad. Cool. Does it being unpaid affect your gaming performance? Does it specifically have to be an unpaid bill? Or can it be a bill that you're pretending is unpaid? Or will that hamper your gaming performance? You'll have mouse pads? Sometimes. Sometimes I'll just put the mouse in the corner of my laptop. Because I didn't have room to bring the mouse pad with me. Generates less friction for faster APM. That makes sense. Good to know. Thank you. Thank you for these pro gamer tips. Okay. I'm just gonna do this. Because I don't feel like parrying it twice. Black nail polish and liquid eyeliner pin on it, which counteracts that. That's unfortunate. Or fortunate. I don't know. Guess it depends. Perfectly balanced. I guess I could go get RTSR. That'd be funny. Pardon me. Dennis. Dark Souls 1 enemy AI is something to behold. True. I love that the Dark Wraith can't even get to the ladder. I also love Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 1 is a very good game. This might give me enough to level my Pyromancy Flame? Maybe. That's what I am too. It's like the best thing to beat. Oh, wait. Oops. Wait, you can't upgrade your normal Pyromancy Flame here? Okay, well. I guess sending Laurentius to his death isn't that big of a deal then. Dark Souls 1 dogs are so good and so much better than later game dogs. That's true. I think Dark Souls 2 dogs are actually slightly better, but Dark Souls 3 dogs are vastly worse. And then Elden Ring dogs are also significantly worse. I think Peck with a capital K is more apt, to be honest. What do Dark Souls 2 dogs do? Not teleport. That's it. They also usually stand by explosive barrels, which is cool. Alyssa, what are you talking about? Okay, modify plus 11. We need one more? Oh, the Black Knight. That's where... Okay. Good to know. Your IRL dogs teleport, it's so realistic. Oh, just like Minecraft. I bet that's where Dark Souls 3 got the idea. Seems reasonable that they would. Yeah, it makes sense. What does that mean? What is that? Should I be worried? Asking for a friend. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that was fast enough. Do I care about bellowing Dragon Crest? I think I do, just because it's funny. Bigger number, more funny. Therefore better. That's not a one-shot at plus 13. That's kind of surprising, actually. I guess I wasn't two-handing, so I'm not getting good scaling, but... Wisdom is accepting Dark Souls 3 is sort of disappointing. I mean, to be fair, that's what good friends do. If you're not asking risky questions for your friends, are you even a friend? No. That was scary. Dark Souls 3 is a okay game. Do I care about... No, I don't need to rest there. It'll be fine. I also don't need to worry about the Drake, which is nice. Strawberries have layers. It's a lot less than an onion. True. Yeah, Dark Souls 3 is weird to me in terms of like how I feel about it. Because I liked it. I loved it a lot actually when I first played it. It was my second Souls game, kind of. I played Scholar, and then I played Dark Souls 3, and then I beat Dark Souls 1, and then I beat Scholar, and then I beat Dark Souls 3. But Dark Souls 3 was the second one that I played, and I loved it at the time. And then after playing Dark Souls 1 and 2 a lot more, I started very much disliking 3. And then I played 3 even more, and Dark Souls 1 and 2 even more. And now I really like 3 in certain situations. Okay, key.
Thank you.
Is it 20k or 40k? I don't remember. Strawberries are tedious, but onions hurt you. That's unfortunate. Gotta get a sharper knife. Ow. Ow. Miyazaki, you can tell Miyazaki liked Dark Souls 3 because he put a poison swamp in it. That's true. Did only one of the dogs die? What the? Okay. I should probably equip my better pyromancies. So I'm more inclined to use them. 2 is best souls? True, I agree. Okay, there you go. And then I don't have a bone. This is tragic. I want to save these souls too. Broke up with your girlfriend to focus on Dark Souls 2. I wouldn't regret that. That's a good choice. Whitetown was a better poison swamp than the one in Dark Souls 3. That's true. Yeah, Dark Souls 3 is very heavy-handedly like, look at this thing that Dark Souls 1 did that we're also doing. I forgot. I completely forgot about Fair and Keep. I was thinking about the one... Oh my goodness, I dropped my controller. I was thinking about the one in the capital. Dark Souls 3 Swamp has Abyss Watchers though? Oh yeah, so it's even worse. Good point. The boss that was like almost an interesting game boss and then ended up being annoying and dumb because it had a second phase that was just the exact same thing but roll better. But also without the cool gimmick that made the first phase interesting in the first place, that would have made it a good gank boss. It's crazy to me that phase 2 Abyss Watchers and phase 3 Gale are just the exact same thing but roll better. Two of the most loved bosses in the series for some reason. Melee could be much better or much hotter. Yeah, I mean that's what Najka was. That's why Dark Souls 2 is better. Where am I going? What am I doing? I don't remember. Okay, upgrade upgrade the hand axe to plus 20 or plus 15, not plus 25. That's the wrong game. Upgrade or equip better pyromancies. And I think that's it. Then I can actually move on in the video game. Oh wait, no, I gotta go buy the ring. Okay, attune. Okay. Definitely not under report. Definitely power within. Definitely great combustion. And then great chaos fireball for fun. It can be fun to roll better. But when it's the same thing that you've been doing for like the last minute or two, but roll better, like I guess Prime Radon phase 2 is also just roll better, huh? Come to think of it. With like 2 extra AoE attacks. Ash sweats. No, that's for after the stream. I can't do that on YouTube. YouTube won't like it. Why Bloodborne is your favorite? A lot of the faster paced bosses of Dark Souls 3 were fun, but I kind of failed when it came to a lot of the other sides of the game. I feel exactly the opposite. I think Dark Souls 3 has the weakest roster of bosses by far, and like it's genuinely not even close. There are a couple of really good bosses, like obviously, you know, Demon Princes, Twin Princes, there's Dancer, Dragon Slayer armor is fine. There are good bosses in Dark Souls 3. Most of them are pretty awful. Like everything that I didn't name is kind of. It is 20k. That's good.
All right.
And then the levels. I think the levels are largely pretty good. You just need to play them differently from how you would Dark Souls 1. I don't care about 2,000 souls. They're not that important. I'm allowed to sweat. You work for YouTube? Okay. I'll keep it in mind for next time I fight a fire boss. Dark Souls 2 bosses? I think Dark Souls 2 bosses are largely fairly good. Like, just because of sheer quantity, I think Dark Souls 2 has more good bosses than any other Souls game. Other than, like... Again, just out of sheer quantity. Other than Elden Ring. But that's like... I don't know, that's hard to justify, because I don't like a ton of Elden Ring bosses. But I do like most Dark Souls 2 bosses. I don't know. Because Dark Souls 2, you know, has 10 good bosses with the DLC alone. Those 2 bosses on average are a lot more attractive. That's true. I don't know. Elden Ring has a few good bosses. I think like Tree Slug and Tree Avatar are good. I think Tree Sentinel's alright. BTS is fine. I don't know. Feels really bad to lose regularly in. It does, but that's why you get good at the video game. Drop salts. Okay, well. That's so much more damage than I was expecting. I completely forgot I had an Ascended Flame. Okay. Yeah, true. If you don't like Dark Souls 2, you're wrong specifically because of Channelet. But also, if you just like, if you're really struggling with Dark Souls 2, you can just throw on the ring that prevents that. What is it? I don't remember what it's called. The Ring of Binding in Demon Souls does the same thing. Cling Ring in Demon Souls. Ring of Binding in Dark Souls 2, I think. I don't know. Something like that. Okay. I want endurance for the axe. And then the rest of my souls go into Pyromancer Flame. The hair loss triggers your dysphoria. Yeah, I got it. There's the ring. Where is it? You could get it from the girl in the cage in the castle. That prevents you from looking hollow, even when you are. I had a partner who played that game who never took that ring off. Just because not having, or, you know, looking hollow made them feel bad. Which is totally understandable. The more I've played Dark Souls 2 and the better I've gotten at it, and the less I go hollow, the more I've been like interested in Dark Souls 2 fashion, because Dark Souls 2 just objectively has the best fashion souls, and it's not even close. Oh my god. It's like, you have the cat pants with the... My personal go-to right now is the feline boots, whatever they're called, that you get from Shelquar after you beat both the rat bosses. And then there's I think it's the Lion Mage set that you get from the chest in the Shaded Woods. That's behind one of the statues. I really love the Dark Souls 2 Xanthus set. It is my favorite by far. The only Xanthus set that comes even close is the one in Night Rain. That's on Scholar's skin. And even then, I think the Pardoner set looks better on Scholar. The Elite Knight set looks incredible in Dark Souls 2. The Baram set looks incredible in Dark Souls 2. Starting Sorcerer's fashion? Isn't that the giant robe? I'm not big on most of the starting sets, to be honest. Ugh. Ow. I'm so excited to start streaming Dark Souls 2. Like 2 months left, not even. What am I streaming tomorrow? Crystal Straight Sword? Oof. The black robe, the giant robe is cleric. I don't remember. Dark Souls 2 dropped the fashion ball because a lot of the metal pieces, even armor pieces, similar, had metal textures that didn't match. I mean, skill issue, match them better. I've never had an issue with that, to be honest. All right, come on. Stream tomorrow too? Yep. Wow, those words came out much faster than I intended. Stream tomorrow too? Yep. I am streaming tomorrow as well. I stream every Tuesday and Wednesday. At least I try to. Sometimes things come up and I can't stream both days, but I started streaming Tuesday and Wednesday because Dark Souls 2 is going to take more than 1 day to get a run done, and I still want to do a run every week. So because of Dark Souls 2, I'm streaming Tuesday and Wednesday, and I'm trying to get used to it by streaming Tuesday and Wednesday with Dark Souls 1 specifically, which is a game that I know much, much better, you know? Called you dripless? Yeah. I don't know, normally, like, another one that I really like, actually, is the white, what's it called? The white something robe that you get from the Pyromancers in the crypt. And then that with the Ruin Sentinel set, it looks so good. I love the Ruin set with, like, the legs on the Ruin set and the gauntlets with that. It's so good. Okay, well. Good chunk of damage. Not insane damage, but pretty good. Okay, well. Maybe I changed my mind, actually. That's quite a bit of damage. Yeah, White Lydia. I don't like the Forlorn set, to be honest. I feel like it's overrated, in my personal opinion. Onion entertainment to look forward to. I'm glad I'm worth looking forward to. That means a lot. What? What do you mean? He's immune to lasagna? What the fuck? There we go. Okay. Oops. Where did the lasagna go? Does it only spawn lasagna if it doesn't hit the boss or the enemy? Hammer hitbox is so annoying. It very much did not look like it hit the hammer. Fields. I get that up to 20. And I'm probably not leveling up for quite a while. Actually, it should be only 2 lords for ONS to pieces. That wasn't even that good of an ONS fight. Bungie, please. Streamer is dirty. Gotta use Flash Sweat more so I can be even dirtier. Okay, Sif. True and based on sweaty. Yeah, I try to be. You're all freaks. Caught all of you in 4K. ONS was quite easy. Believe it or not. Why are we sweaty? Because it's awesome? What do you mean? I feel like that should be a pretty obvious answer, huh? I think Sif, 4 Kings, and then... I mean, definitely Seath will get me to maxed out Pyromancer thing. Unwashed streamer is on. Iron Flesh jokes? I haven't actually used Iron Flesh yet. Need more than 0 humanity to be unclean? No, I disagree. Humanity makes you cleaner. Like, if I had humanity, I wouldn't look like this, you know? And I look dirty. Sorry for getting naked live on stream. I don't know why I'm apologizing. Streamer strips live on stream. With a pack of absolute freaks. I mean, it's the best way to do it, really. Never been able to go back, you know? I mean, I do have, like, quite a bit of humanity, because I did kill a bunch of guys. Number of days since last shower. Oh, true, I forgot about that. Hold on, I'll make it realistic in just a second. Filthy streamer removes garments alive on YouTube. This thing is weak to fire. Okay, well, it would be if I could hit it. Yeah. I am so good at this game. I'll just use Great Combustion. I did not think that's what it was. Streamer is washed. This is what happens when you don't have humanity, I guess. Streamer is bad at the video game. Extremely clean streamer strips live on YouTube. Bathed in the hydro puddle, true. I was gonna make the humanity number higher, but unfortunately I think that's a little bit more accurate. Baptism. No, a bath is not a shower. It's accurate now. I mean, I guess it would be 1 if we're talking about me, but my character has not washed in 4 days. That's why they look like they do. You would get baptized if it was in Dark Root Basin? Okay, but it can't be a Christian baptism. Based with Hydra live on YouTube. Somebody said... You know what, actually... I know they said it on YouTube, but I don't think I'm allowed to say it on YouTube. They said I should do a hot tub stream. Or a sponge bath stream or something, but instead of a sponge bath. You'll have to go back to the last stream. It was last week. I don't remember which stream it was last week. It was either the starter class stream or the weapon stream, but I don't remember which one. You did get baptized in Dark Root? Transgender baptism? True. It's a good idea. I don't know, anything other than a Christian baptism, to be fair. Probably Wednesday because you weren't there. Yeah, that makes sense. I gotta remember these titles. for future streams. That's not even... Okay, that's a little bit better. What the? Okay, well. Ever thought about doing a load hat run in Dark Souls? I don't know what that means. Ooh, what just hit me? I have no idea which one just hit me. Can you drop it? I have not considered doing that. And in fact, after knowing what it is, I am even less inclined to consider doing that. Christian baptisms aren't even all that effective. They don't do anything to harm fairies at all. Pretty pathetic at the end of the day. True. I think it's cool that the Hydra is weak to fire. As far as I know, it has to do with, like, legend. I don't remember which one. It's either... I think it's a Greco-Roman, where, you have to cauterize the Hydra's wounds so they don't grow more heads, effectively. Double teamed live on stream. Heracles, okay. That's what I figured. Jesus. It got doubled. Yeah, I feel like if anything, getting doubled makes sense. It's that. I feel like it's the opposite of ironic. I need to talk to Dusk before I forget. Because it's been a while and we have a lot more people now. If you are enjoying the stream, I would really appreciate a like. It does a lot for the algorithm, and also lets me know that I'm doing the right thing. If you would like to support me more directly, rather than just helping the algorithm, there's the donation buttons on YouTube, there's the membership, and if you don't want to give money to YouTube, there's a coffee link in the description. No pressure, but I appreciate every cent. More than you could know. Ironic. Extremely ironic. That reminds me of the Minecraft achievement, the iron pick or whatever. So dumb. Makes me sad every time I read it. Day go the rain. Ordeal, I try to survive for the day we see new life. How did we get here? Not that one. Yeah, completely expected. I mean, I don't know, not necessarily completely expected. But, like, unexpected, but fitting. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. Snake. Snake double teamer. Is that hot in here, or is that just me? Please don't roll me. Thank you, I appreciate that. Earlier this year, after 10 plus years of playing. Yeah. Ria, hi! Welcome. We were making jokes about Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Yip earlier. Because hopefully by the time I play that, I'll have my VTuber model. Holy, thank you! Got it like twice, so 2 Mula units instead. That means a lot, thank you so much. Do that. Then Ole mole. My uncle said that a lot. I don't like... No, I don't like either of my uncles on my mom's side of the family, actually. It's fine if they say this. They know. Actually, no, one of them doesn't. But it's okay. Krista! Thank you so much. I can't yet. I need the model. You'll get a free one once I get the model, though. I promise. Or well, free. You'll get the first one once I get the model because you've already prepaid for it. Sif attacked me due to my stench. Yeah, that's what the red lines are. It's like normally they're supposed to be green. Like stench lines are supposed to be green, but because I'm so stinky, they've become red because they're painful. Time to start counting prepaid yips. Will these give me enough? Well, I guess I'll see actually how much I need first. Oh, I need to go down to Milana. Okay, hold on. 1 second. Don't worry about the audio not being there. That's normal. Um, 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 there we go. Reordering. I quit. Never mind. I did not kick the puppy. I'm being slandered. What the hell? Okay, modify. Okay, I think if I use all my souls, that will get me 2 more levels. I think something is walking up on me. Does Quaylana count as an item? I feel like that's objectification. Perhaps. In the eyes of society, true. So part emulates puppy? Okay, that's better, thank you. Yeah. This Pyromancer layout is fine. I can do that. Women are smelly. We've established this? I suppose we have. I think the cleric stream is gonna be shorter than the pyromancy stream actually, just because the cleric stream basically all I want is Wrath of the Gods and Sunlight Blade. Meet an old witch in a swamp that could turn you into a girl. You can just be a girl. I don't know if they told you that yet, but you don't have to meet a witch that can do that. You can just be a girl. I did it. Worked for me. Ole mole. What is the Jeremy Renner app? Just be a girl, bro. Put the estrogen in the bag. Step 1, don't shower. Yeah, that'll actually wash off the girl juices. I'm never gonna say that again, I apologize. Yeah, I get 2 different pills. I have an orange one that used to be white, but I got a different one now that's orange. And then I have a blue one. It's an app made by Hawkeye actor Jeremy Renner. Awesome. Ugh, I hate bats. Like, okay. Aside from the bit, bats are awful. Like, genuinely make me feel so gross. I hate bats. I do shower. I'm not like, you know, that stinky. As much as I am probably stinky, I'm not that stinky. I do shower, but baths make me feel awful. Wish the witch could move up the date of your HRT appointment. Yeah, that one's fair. Understandable. Shower. I hardly know her. Look, it's not my fault bathtubs are disgusting, okay? That's a lot of damage. I'm fine with pools because they're full of chemicals that make them not disgusting, but bathtubs are awful. Yeah, I would also probably enjoy HRT more if I got it from an old woman in a swamp. Oh my god, that was not sour spot damage. That was scary. My whole life flashed before my eyes. Oop. There we go. Yeah, but I'm not gonna, like, bleach my bathtub every time I want to take a bath. I'll just not take a bath. And, like, taking a bath and then showering afterward also just doesn't feel good. That was 3 kings. This is true. Rhea did take a bath with the streamer, and the bathtub was full of dust. This did happen. We probably should have washed it first, but because it was a big jacuzzi tub. But alas, we did not wash it first. Okay. So first, I want to go back to Light Town. Yeah, I mean, we do bleach our bathtub occasionally. It's just like doing that specifically to take a bath is not worth it. Because they don't make me feel clean, even if I did literally just bleach the bathtub. Yeah, it's not like I don't clean my bathtub, I just don't want to put in the effort to do all of that just to take a bath that I won't even feel clean afterward anyway. Okay. Now, on Pool's grosser. I mean, bathtubs are like, I don't know. Bathtubs feel grosser to me, I think is the thing. Because again, pools are just full of chemicals, and I'm not gonna feel clean after going for a swim in a pool, but I'm gonna feel cleaner than after I got out of the bathtub. And you always take a shower after getting out of a pool anyway, right? So I don't know. Doesn't bother me that much. Chlorine is gross itself. I don't know. I guess. Too tall for a bath, and unless it's one of those big jacuzzi tubs. You've been in one singular time. That's unfortunate. I don't know. I've never been fond of baths in general, so. But if you do like baths, that is an unfortunate scenario to be in. Watched her? No, it wasn't just watch. She was in there too. Hot water is great to drink. Crazy for loving the smell of chlorine? No. I know other people would do. Never take baths. I never bathe myself. Very different statements. I like room temperature water. Only because I don't like cold water. And the hot water also makes me feel gross. Prefer gasoline. Understandable. Very normal statement. It is unfortunate that gasoline smells good. Because that will kill you. Samus in her Metroid ball form. That's not even a hear me out. That's just a hot. That's just a hot. Just a hot woman. Oh my god. Yes, specifically ball form. I'm aware. Crystal Straight Sword. No, that's tomorrow. Gotta wait. Very impatient weapon. Hate gasoline smell. Makes you want to die. That's probably a healthier reaction, to be honest. I feel like wanting to smell gasoline is not good. Whoa. Ice in my water makes me want to die. I hate having ice in my water. It's ugh. I hate the cold and I hate the feeling of the ice. Very, very bad sensory experience. Why can't you eat shaving cream? You can. It's called whipped cream though. It's a very slightly different texture, but it's still pretty good. An oak tree? That's so real actually. An oak tree as you hear me out, that's so good. Why have I not heard that? That's so good. Yeah, that's a really good hear me out. Personally, I'm partial to willows, but oaks are up there for sure. I didn't put on the hornet ring. Okay, good. Gotta see the animation. Tree hugger was an exaggeration. Moonlight butterfly? That's not even hear me out. That's literally just my headmate. Yeah. Willows are pretty beam. That's true. I agree. Cauliflower? My headmate is much cooler. That's fair. The stump itself is hotter. Cauliflower. I was gonna say something about that, but I got distracted. I don't remember what I was gonna say about it. Unfortunately, I think I have to disagree, only because of the existence and name of cauliflower ear. Cauliflower makes me think of cauliflower ear, and that makes me sad. The living tree from the Wolf Ring route? True. Freya? That's not even a hear me out for some people. Okay, hold on. Okay, you. That might throw me off. Nope. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my god. No. Tragic. I have done the Four Kings. I'm someone. I'm the someone who is into that grab attack. And also, like, most other people here. What did you do, Visaka, in the time that it took me to revive at the bonfire? Because I feel like I didn't just revive instantly. You're gonna have a backstab. Of course. What do you think I am? No! This is tragic. I mean, it's not. I'm not complaining at all, but... Hold on, I've kept track. Everything's fine. It's one of these two. I kind of... Okay, well... Okay, hold on. I got this. I don't know if the country girls are making do anymore. I mean, you're limit testing? Um, no, no limits. Don't worry, I'm coming back. I still have to give you the backstab. Somebody did say something about double teaming earlier. I think that was Alyssa. Being double teamed live on stream. Yeah, who wouldn't go down on a dragon? That's a really good question. Okay, this time. Surely. What? Why wasn't that a backstab? In what world was that not a backstab? Oh. Okay, surely this is the one. Pardon me. Calm down a bit? No, this is like peak. This is what I live for. Slapped you on the ass. Ew. Okay, hold on. Hold on. There we go. Finally. Oh, oh. Perfect. I think I got grabbed 4 times today. That's a new record. Are the 4 kings one shot? Nope. I don't have flame spray or whatever it's called. That's not fun. What's going on? I was getting grabbed by and backstabbing Pasakas because it's awesome. For the purpose of arousal on YouTube. Was it 4 different Pasakas? That's crazy. Last revive for the Pasaka today. What did the snake men think of this? They're jealous. Like, who wouldn't be, though? Like to watch. Nameless King? That's not even to hear me out. That's just a guy. They're all one big polycule. Good for everyone involved. Okay, good. Good chair techniques. I hope you are making good use of them for this stream. Guys are a pretty hard sell. That is true. Yeah, I feel like any guy is just automatically a hear me out. So, okay, if all the Pasakas are part of one polycule, what is my relationship with the Pasakas other than the third one? We haven't had this conversation yet. What? Come down here. Oh my god. Get passed around. Hopefully. Pardon me. They like when I'm around. Community bonding. I need to transition into a Pasaka, honestly. You know, I'm gonna try to obfuscate this because YouTube, but I feel bad a lot of the time because most of the time I'm the one in the middle. But I like it that way. And that makes me feel bad. But they also like it that way. So I don't know. Hard to clean up after though. That's the idea. A tier list of Dark Souls enemies based on how transition goals they are. I mean, Pazakas and Moonlight Butterflies are triple S tier, obviously. I mean, they're basic because they're true, you know? Stiff is pretty high up there, that's true. I agree. Stiff is a good one. Transition into one of the mushroom guys. Mildred, true. Mildred is also very transition goals. Nito? Is Nito a transition goal? FTM transition goal, large mushroom. You know, that's very fitting of most transmen that I know. Admittedly, I don't know that many, but that feels very fitting in terms of vibes. One of the Bed of Chaos branches. Yes. That's also very transition goals. Hmm. Great Gay Wolf Sliff. Why Sliff? Where'd that L come from? Which? Wow. Priscilla is also very basic, but for a reason. Forest Demon. Are there any that like are not coded masculine or feminine at all? Because like, I don't know, golems are obviously very mask coded. Clearly. Very himbo. I guess clams. Clams don't give gender vibes. It'd be like a Titanite demon. That's understandable. Titanite demon does give very butch vibes. Bounding demon. True. I agree with that one as well. Oh, Rogan just passed? That's awesome if true. Now his podcast can stop platforming shitty people for no reason. Cracking open a cold one if true. Wow, that is certainly damage. That was hard. Not true, unfortunately. Damn. I don't necessarily want him to die by any means. That would be, I don't know, I feel like rude for no reason. But I do want him to get all of his podcasting equipment confiscated and never returned. That would be peak. Gosh, plomping, dang it. I don't know where Bounding Demon comes from. Because they are just dragon bots, but I've definitely heard them called Bounding Demons for a long time. Counterpoint would be really funny if he died. Yeah, but if I said that and meant it, you know, then it would be, like, probably bannable. Yeah, to be fair, you can't inflict harm on others if you're dead, so, like, you know, works both ways. Bounding demons are their in-game name. I mean, I always assumed it came from like a random guide or whatever, like one of the official guides. Load up. Oof. Howie. Yeah, because I'm not an alt-right man, my chance of being banned for saying hateful things on YouTube is a lot higher, unfortunately. Uh-oh. Everything's fine. Penetrator? True. That's what they called me in high school. They didn't. I was a virgin for most of high school. What they call me now. Which is ironic considering MTF instead of FDM, but you know. The Pursuer, also true. Demon of Dong, also true. Okay, I think this is a +5 now. Yep, maxed out Pyromancer Flame.
Now go.
I should have been banned on YouTube a long time ago, that's true. Isn't it technically a good thing? Why would that be a good thing? I mean, it's not like I didn't practice safe sex when I did eventually lose my virginity when I was like 17. I think healthy, safe, consensual sexual experiences at any age are, or not any age, but at any, like, you know, high school age is generally a good thing. Not necessarily good, but, you know, definitely not bad to not have. I haven't beat Beta Chaos. I thought you had to beat Beta Chaos to get Fire Tempest. I lost mine on a beach. It was awful. Yeah. The Mimic? That's a good hear me out. The Mimic? Sorry, no. Mimics from Dark Souls? That's a good hear me out. You found it behind a couch cushion along with some pennies. That's awesome. Beaches are terrible. It sounds like really romantic or whatever. It was not. It was so bad. You beat the bit of chaos, you can't get it? Huh. I don't really care about Fire Tempest. I don't like using Fire Tempest. Lost mind of Wii Sports boxing? Oh, I love Wii Sports boxing. Wii Sports boxing is the best sport on there, to be honest. Tennis is cool too, but boxing is just so good. Like, genuinely, you hate sands? Beaches suck for real? I agree. Souls 2 mimic posture. Yeah, I mean, like, again, if it's a consensual, enjoyable experience, any age beyond, you know, like, it's different for everyone, so it's hard to say a specific age. But as long as you're, again, I say consensual because specifically you can't really consent with people who are above the age of consent because, obviously, right? I'm trying to be careful with my language because otherwise people are going to be like, well, minors, you, but I don't know. I had sex when I was in high school and it was cool. I liked it. And I don't think not doing that is necessarily a good thing. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing either. Is this gonna even do decent damage? Oh yeah, cool. The boxing was good, the sex was awful. I almost said something I should not say on stream. You love the beach? I don't know. Beaches are nice sometimes. Our high school, or at least the average age for high school is from 14 to 18. Or 13 to 18. I don't know. I like being on the beach when I'm like very prepared for it, you know? Like wearing shorts and um like sandals or whatever. But if you're not prepared, it's so awful. Like I have to be able to take a shower immediately after to like be comfortable. Ooh. Would you stop? What the hell? Jesus. Ice Age is usually annoying, but not usually this annoying. I swear to God. It's too hot, you're a cold weather woman. You can go to the beach in cold weather. But I am also a cold weather woman. I don't know. When I say beach, like, I mean like tide pools and stuff. He is vulnerable to fire. I'm aware of that. Would it do that much more damage? Eh. Yeah, I guess. Nice sunny day. Reduced spot is taken by cold and snowy. I will always prefer cold and snowy. Prefer rocky beaches? Rocky beaches are nice. That's true. I like, my ideal beach is like the one in Pacific City, in Oregon, which, if you don't know, it's somewhat popular tourist spot. But there's a giant sand dune that, how high is that? If anyone knows like how tall it is, it's a huge sand dune. And then there's like tide pools all around, near the water. There's like a giant cliff. It's very, very scenic and like actually fun to explore. When it's just like flat and sandy and that's it, you know, not exactly ideal. I was not expecting to cut that off in one hit. That's kind of crazy. I'm gonna put that on. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna have to be careful with my health because power within, but... Oh. Oh, I thought he was doing the fireball toss. Here we go. Hard hand grab, but you steal their sex hormones. Make them completely androgynous. Stinging, biting insects and are generally miserable. That's tragic. Do I care more about health or endurance? Probably health. Yeah. I need to pee. I will be right back. I am back and I feel much better. Eats insects. You've had some salted crickets before? I think I've had crickets. They're not bad. He does jump for longer in Night Rain. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Just come with free snacks. Squids as bugs. That's true. Squids as bugs. It's like shrimps. Oh my god. Everything's fine. I live in the Pacific Northwest, so I'm actually not that far from the beach right now. I live farther from a beach now than I have for most of my life. All bugs is shrimps. Not all shrimps is bugs. I heard that from a TikTok. It was Sonic and Shadow was saying that he had a dream where him and Sonic were arguing, and Sonic was trying to convince Shadow that squids is bugs because shrimps is bugs, or like shrimps is bugs. No, we don't. I think I saw it on Tumblr, yeah. I tried using Tumblr for a while, but I could never get into it. I don't know why. TikTok just fits my brain a lot better. I use Blue Sky occasionally. But the kind of things that people post on Blue Sky are a lot less engaging to me than on TikTok usually. Like, I follow the same people on TikTok and Blue Sky, a few of them. Like, I don't know, like, even someone that I enjoy almost all of their content, like Hank Green, just the stuff he posts on Blue Sky is, to my brain, a lot less interesting just because of the format of Blue Sky. Feels so clean and puritanical. I'm sorry, but that's really funny. There is a lot of porn on Blue Sky. And a lot of... Well, I don't know. Ask Rhea. She sends me a lot of stuff on Blue Sky. I'm sure she can point you in the right direction. Hello, Styrodot. Welcome. Chronically demotivated culinary decompiler. Huh. I thought that was you. This guy has tits. True. Just the vibe. You know what? That's fair. I get it. One of the first accounts that I started following was Quest64 Official. I don't remember why. But I loved Quest 64 as a kid, and I played it recently and actually kind of liked it a lot more than I expected. So, Quest 64 official, which to be fair, is not an official Quest 64 account, was one of the first accounts that I followed, and they followed me back, which was cool. When I just randomly post about like Dark Souls and how Super Mario 64 is a second-person game. Because you're watching like a news broadcast, you're not actually watching Mario's perspective or an out-of-universe perspective, so Super Mario 64 is technically a second-person game. Need to play Nintendo 64 games? Yeah, me too. I've played a lot through the years, but it's always like the big ones. The only exceptions are like Rocket, Robot on Wheels, and like Sonic Trouble. I don't know. Like, I want to play Space Station Silicon Valley. That seems like a really fun game, but I haven't gotten around to playing it yet. I've played most of the popular ones, though. I like, obviously, all the Zeldas and Marios and stuff like that. Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. The most popular Nintendo 64 game. Which, unironically, goes really hard. It's a really good game. I legally own now every single Nintendo 64 game there is. Oh, that hit me. I can't believe I just died to a bit of chaos. This is tragic. Something like you do with a camera? Yep. Makes it second person. I also legally own every single NES, SNES, and GBA game because I like a lot of the games on there and I just wanted to try more. Played Mario 64 a few times. And like a half dozen of Ocarina, even less of Majora's Mask, yeah. I've 100%ed Super Mario 64. I think at least 50 times, probably closer to 100. I've 100%ed Ocarina like 4 or 5 times. I've played it several more times than that, and have done a lot of randomizers. And I have also done quite a few Majora's Mask randomizers. No, sorry, quite a few Majora's Mask playthroughs. I've 100%ed it 3 times, and I'm working on my first Majora's Mask randomizer. Unwashed streamer is brutally penetrated by Witch of Izalith. Up with a bed of chaos. God, I wish. Damn. Something tells me I should start making content on other websites, huh? Ocarina of Time is a really good randomizer game. I need a group of people to just like sit down and do a really long archipelago with. I think that'd be fun. Ria, you would get all the content for free anyway. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, you're not the only one, Krista. My my internet habits are primarily extremely long form YouTube content, like 1 to 7 hour content, as well as TikTok and whatever random website I happen to hear of that I get down into a rabbit hole of for no reason. That's like my primary internet media consumption. Chronic bronchitis. NeoCities is a website where you like make your own websites effectively. I want to make more extremely long, unnecessarily in-depth videos. I'm working on one for Sonic 06, and that was gonna, I mean, it takes forever. The thing is, okay, sorry, let me get back on track. I have a 35,000 word script written for Tunic. It is a terrible script. I wrote it so long ago, and I wrote it in like the worst way possible. I was constantly like jumping back into writing it for like 10 minutes at a time while I was doing a full-time job, and I was super tired. And it was back when I was bad at writing, and like over time I've gotten a lot better at writing. So it's this massive script that I still really want to turn into a video, but it's just like so bad because I wrote it so long ago. So I'd have to rewrite most of it. I mean, streams are basically just very long unscripted videos, to be fair. I've also, I mean, like my Dark Souls 2 videos are also fairly long. What am I doing? Why am I looking in my inventory? I don't know. Like my Dark Souls 2 videos are Most of them are over an hour. Most of them I say as I have like 3. You know what I mean? There you go. More like you're hanging out with someone, yeah. A lot more parasocial. Therefore better. If you do want longer form, like a little bit of longer form content from me, I do have a second channel. There's a link to that in my like channel about section, as well as at the end of most of my videos, and I think in the description of most of my videos. And I have longer form content for Sonic 4 and Sonic and the Black Knight, if you like Sonic. Why you beat Calamite at the very end of the Cheerio story? Because the Cheerio? What do you mean? The Cheerio is why I beat it. That was kind of the whole point of the story. Later, watch later. I am a chronic never watch my watch later playlist. I think I have like 20 something videos on my watch later playlist that I haven't watched. I have wanted to watch for so long. I think I actually have videos from 3 years ago on my watch later playlist that I've been meaning to watch this whole time and just never have. Over 4,000? Or 4,000 what? What? How do you have over in your watch later playlist? That's absurd. I actually use my watch later playlist as a watch later playlist, not just videos that I'm vaguely interested in. That's what the likes are for. My liked videos has like, I don't even know at this point. It's a lot. You can max it out? I genuinely didn't even know that was a thing. That's not necessarily true. I'm saying that your liked videos playlist should be your longest playlist by far. It should be the only one in the thousands. Okay, Nito shouldn't be that difficult. Cool. Good to see that, starting off strong. Oh my god. You know it's a good Nito fight when he's doing this. I like very, very few videos in relation to how many I actually watch. It is very rare that I like a video out of my own volition. Okay, well, insane skill issue. Stop it! Jesus Christ. You know, as soon as he stopped screaming, he was dead, I guess. Ow. Okay, well. There we go. Combust the Rave Lord, indeed. I do my best to like things. That's why I like Dark Souls 3. Okay. Uh, DLC time. I specifically only like videos that I think should be viewed more. If I think a video should be viewed more, I specifically go out of my way to like it. Which usually tends to be like political videos. Um, or like videos of smaller creators that I like a lot as well. Yeah, liking the stream helps out their streamer. Giving her money also helps out a lot, but you know, that one's less expected. Trans Ginger. Trans Gengar. I mean, to be fair, there are a lot of videos that don't necessarily need the algorithm boost. Like, I'm not gonna... I'm not gonna like the 40th Raffle Light video I watch in a row, you know what I mean? I'm not cheating at all, exactly. There is not a single time that I would ever cheat while playing Dark Souls. That's absurd. I can just do that. That's just a thing I can do. Okay. Lily, thank you! Thank you so much. That means a lot. That support the streamer a lot more than liking, but oh my god. Power Within is starting equipment for the Pyromancer, actually. You would know that if you were a true Dark Souls fan. We make a lot of videos, so Dark Souls videos, so I kind of figured that you would know about Dark Souls, but Power Within, Great Combustion, and Great Chaos Fireball are actually starting equipment for the Pyromancer. That was a lot more damage than I expected. Streamer is so dirty, the fumes propeller forward at high speed. True. Morning class just got cancelled. You're a fraud. Oh, you're not a fraud. There are silly things about Dark Souls that I don't know. Everyone has a power within them. It's called friendship. True. Hey, Vin, good timing. About to see Calamy for the first time. You joined at, like, actually the perfect time. That's crazy. Got out of the shower just in time, yeah. Ah, ow. Jeez. Pardon me. There you go, Vin. That one's just for you. Leapt like a baseball? What does that mean? What does like a baseball entail exactly? Really plowed in the royal. This is like your version of the Pasakas, that's true. They want to claim the base? Like a baseball player, you mean? Cloud live on YouTube. Watch it before I'm banned. Yeah, the baseball. Okay. True. I guess it is the baseball itself playing baseball. That makes sense. My bad. I could do RTSR on Artorias. That could be fun. No, the plowing is taking place in Dark Souls 1. things I'm fighting for my life to not say live on stream right now. On baseball. Four separate broncs. Jesus Christ. My chat is so much funnier than I am. This is so fucked up. Four separate prongs. The more the merrier. Plowing, the actual like meaning of plowing is like, it's how you prepare a field to be planted in, generally. The fields. The field of a woman. I am the fields in this analogy. What if Calamity was all scrunkly? That'd be pretty cool. The oxen pulling the plow. Not the plow itself. But the oxen. Isn't oxen plural? Okay, hold on. I gotta hurt myself before I fight the boss. Makes it more exhilarating. A singular is just an ox. Okay. Unlike you. Relatable. Okay. I don't know how motion values work on pyromancies, to be honest. I assume our TSR is just going to be better than Power Within because of motion values. Like, I assume the motion value is 1. Oh my god, that was scary. His hand axe is going to be better for this fight because it... We'll never know. I'm not doing the RTSR setup again. Call him Moodery board. True. The general concept of oxen pulling plows across fields than you being a single ox. Yeah. Is the intentions true? I understood that. I did pick that one up. But I think taking it literally made it funnier. But I might have been wrong about that. I don't know, I did already concede that chat was funnier than me, so. Thank you, Alyssa, I appreciate that. That means a lot. I do my best. Thank you, Alyssa. I forgot to use Power Within. Hold on. Angry Torius. As opposed to calm Torius. Just drink the goddamn soup. That was greedy. I should not have done that. It didn't even hit. Greed didn't even pay off. Prosciutto off of Kylie meets belly. Binwood. Is it 3 or 4? I hope it's 3. It is 3. I guess it's an axe, so that makes sense. Uh-oh. Owie. That greed did pay off, though. I was expecting a buff. Whoa. I'm doing very poorly at Artorias right now. Oh my god. Are you... I'm sad now. This is tragic. There you go. He's becoming dirty to be better at fighting me. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Smelly, rotten blueberry yogurt, man. Yeah. I think we did come to the conclusion that it was rotten yogurt that he just kept in his pocket for too long when he went into the abyss. Unwashed streamers. Never mind. I was gonna say something to the effect of a lesbian because Artorias is a lesbian, but... Have I? Yeah, that makes sense, actually. I don't doubt that, even for a second. The more you say it, the funnier it gets, to be fair. The shittergy. The more you watch, the more goated I am. I appreciate that. Why does he moan when buffing? You know, that's a good question. Gets hit with Artorias' special sauce. Oh, I need to sneeze, but it's not happening. Oh, that's so mean. Ah, I can't sneeze. I'm sad now. Maybe eventually I'll sneeze, because my nose is very... My nose is being tickled, and I don't know what by, but I can't sneeze. Jesus. Yeah, I'm getting edged by a sneeze right now. It didn't let you say plomped? That's homophobic, actually. Netching. That's a... I'm gonna have to keep that one in my vocabulary. That's you? Dang it, Aru. Can you stop, please? I don't like it. Brutally edged by a thick sneeze live on YouTube. Maybe not on YouTube, but... Oh, uh-oh. Everything's fine. Well, now I need to send this back up. Okay, well, this might not end well, but that's okay. Oh! Hardest part of the DLC has claimed me once again. Streamer gets claimed live on stream. That wouldn't even be the first time that's happened, actually. Curse of the Yogurt Man. Extreme difficulty sneezing for the next 4 and 9/16ths of an hour. Why so specific? Anyway, everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Don't get dark orbed. Everything's fine. Okay. Hardest part of the DLC. Suffering the consequences of being a hot woman. Oh. Tummy problems. The nostril that isn't itchy. Yeah, I know that'll fix it, but I want to sneeze because sneezing feels good. Actually, sometimes sneezes hurt really bad. Like they make my neck and shoulders just ache for no reason. I still have no idea why. Tree plinko on my horse till I plin plin plan. Okay. Tree plinko on my Jonas. For those of you who don't understand Jonas, there's a link to my Discord in the description. Older pellets. No. Not old yet. I'm 24 in July, not yet. You can call me old in July. I got called Unk. Like, a few months ago. That made me sad. Admittedly, it was by a 14-year-old, and 14-year-olds always have awful opinions. But I did get called Unk. I appreciate that. I appreciate you holding back. That means a lot. We love older women. Yeah. I'm not one yet. Give it a couple months. How much damage does it do? Actually, a lot more than I expected. Where's Black Flame? Is it over by where Sif is? More of an aunt? Yeah. That's better. I think it's over by where the illusory wall where Sif is, right? Shocked I dodged that, to be honest. I don't think that's safe. That's a very long animation. Oh my god. .462 on a jump attack is kind of crazy. Not that kind of ant. Okay, it is safe here. That one probably was not safe. Oh my god, that was definitely not safe. Everything's fine. I pressed the roll button. Right near the boss room on a corpse? Huh. Okay. My power within ran out. This is tragic. Welcome back, Eth. Currently attempting to not die to Manus because I'm bad at the video game. Oh my god, was that a kick? I can't believe I just accidentally kicked 1,000 hours in Dark Souls and I'm still accidentally pressing the kick input. What the hell? Isn't the hand axe like really good in Dark Souls 2 as well? There we go. Durability is kind of bad. Okay, back to the dungeon so that I can find Black Flame somewhere. I feel like a lot of good weapons in Dark Souls 2 have bad durability, which doesn't matter in Dark Souls 2. I mean, it does. You have to like pay attention to it. It doesn't matter in the other games. But it is something that you have to like prepare for in Dark Souls 2, and then once you do, it stops mattering. Yeah, true. I agree, F. Like yogurt on the passers-by. I don't think... I mean, I guess as long as it's consensual. Maybe I'll get the bloathead. Tragic, no bloathead. That's the second sheep blink on my blink teller blink. Okay, if it's where I'm thinking, it's like right past the boss room. Impactful, but not oppressive, yeah. Okay, no. Trying to think where all the items are here. One here. There's one, like, on a ledge that you drop down onto. Ow! Okay, well... Child obliterated. Oh no, this is the ledge that you drop down onto. That's a slab. Okay, I knew that there was a slab somewhere around here. Behind the pillar. Oh, okay. That's a lot easier to get than I thought it was. Than I thought it would be. Be dark on my soul till I remaster. I was lied to. Was I right? In the first place? Do I have to go to around where Sif was? Maybe it's down there? I've gotten it before. I just don't remember where. God, this area was so awful in the everything is a bone wheel video. Every single one of those humanity sprites was a bone wheel. Yeah, let's help me. Is it here, maybe? There it is. Okay. Now I need to get out of here, preferably without dying. Do I have a bone? I do have a bone. Huge. And then flash sweat for the fans. Okay, Calamite time. You purr on my suit teller. Pursuer? I hardly know her. Make a scholar sin, alright. Okay. Why does it sound so wet? I forgot how wet it sounded. Huh. Does Calamite's fire even do fire damage? Cheek off on my great arrow till I shoot. I feel like Helmet's fire probably does physical damage. It feels like a physical damage attack. It does physical damage, yeah. Does less damage. Oh, true. Which happens to be physical damage in this game. Evidenced by the Hydra. This fire is hot, just for different reasons. You try again on my meat. Hopefully. No, but it's really steamy. I think that's more you than the fire, to be honest. Okay, last one. Oh, you can't? Okay, well, that's rough. Calamate crotch soon. Okay, I imagine combustion isn't gonna do much. Yeah. That's not, like, horrific damage, but it's not good. I mean, it's fine. What about black thing? Eat, that's so much worse. I was expecting it to be better, to be honest. I pressed the roll button. Ah. No tail spam, this is tragic. Because my positioning is really bad. Okay. Let me get to better positioning before I try to do anything else. Okay, here we go. Everything's fine. Black Flame is not good. Cool. That's kind of what I figured. I've never been able to do good damage with it, but people always said it was good, and it's just not. Oh. Oh, power within. I love going through damage calculations twice. It means the weapon that does it is really good. It's so good that they had to nerf it by making it go through damage calculations twice, and it's definitely not an unfortunate side effect of how damage calculations are done in this game, or anything like that. That would be crazy. I should heal. Oh my god. Calamite jump scare, holy shit. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. It's at Calamates. Indeed. I'm gonna turn my light on. 1 second. If I can. Okay. My light is on. I shall not get a headache. Cheerio story. No, we gotta die like 6 more times before I'm gonna tell another Cheerio story. I call Sif a she because I like it more. And also because Sif is, as far as I remember, a goddess in some religion, and it just kind of makes more sense to me. Okay, well, that's rude. Also rude. God, I need someone to do this to me. Yeah, I don't think Sif ever has pronouns used for. Pronouns in my Dark Souls. Or like woke souls. This stuff in general. What was that? Lustful for Calamity. Isn't everyone? To be fair, the Black Knight Great Axe is the best Black Knight weapon, so, you know. Ow, I shouldn't have rolled in, that was very silly. Is Pyro with them gone? Nope. Yes. I think it wore off right after I asked. Okay, well. Prefer Halberd for its moveset. Yeah, but at that point, why wouldn't you just use a better Halberd, you know? Like, when it comes to Great Axes, there aren't that many. Like, there's the Great Axe, but the Great Axe isn't so much better than the Black Knight Great Axe that it's just not worth using. While with the Black Knight Halberd, you know, you have the Gargoyle's Halberd, which is just so much better that there's literally no reason to use the Black Knight Halberd. Outside of, like, ease of use. And even then, right? It's not like the Gargoyle's Halberd is the hardest weapon to upgrade or whatever. Okay, I need to heal. God damn it, I pressed the roll button. Dying to Calamite, this is tragic. Cheerios. In the world of Cheerios. I could make it even longer by adding like all the other kinds of Cheerios, you know? Add like peanut butter. And I would argue that the Gargoyle Halberd is just straight up the best weapon in the game. Like, I don't know. It doesn't really have much competition. Pain and Guardian Sword is the best DPS of any melee weapon. But like, I need to use Power Within. That probably is not safe. That's fine though. But Gargoyle Halberd just has so much more versatility, so. She got me in my Cheerios. I like that. That's a good one. I like that one. Okay. That worked a lot better than I was expecting. Oh. That's a safe heal. You can go under him for that attack. Fun fact. That was scary. I didn't know that would work. Power Within wore out, which is sad, but... He stomped with the other leg, that was scary. I didn't know he could do that. Yeah, Vin is usually right about Calamite. Vin is a Calamite expert. Oh my god, that was scary. Dark Souls 1 deciding to jump instead of roll sometimes actually helped me there. That's crazy. Oh my god. Okay. That was the most aggressive I've ever been with Calamite, and it worked out shockingly well. Okay, we love long dragon tongues. He was very confused at the end. He Calamite his hands, god damn it. Huh? So true, Framped. Curse of the Onyx Majesty? Do I have the curse? Is that what you're getting at? Or does Calamite have the curse? Or does Vin have the curse because of his proximity to Calamite? Be fool on my sorry telling, huh? Use humanity and become dirty. There you go. Dreamer is now disgusting. For normal reasons, absolutely. You fiery soul. Girl sweat, my favorite spell. True. It is the best one. For epic dragon action. Chat is way freakier than you expected when you clicked on a random Dark Souls run, or Dark Souls challenge run. I mean, I wouldn't call this a challenge run, but... I mean, I am a trans woman, so what do you expect? The Discord is just as, if not more, freaky. So, you know, if you want to join, you're welcome to. Link in the description. Also, something about liking the stream because it helps me and helps the algorithm, which means I get more money, which means I survive longer. You can support me more directly by doing the join stuff and super chat and whatever on YouTube, or if you don't want to give YouTube money, there is a link to a coffee page in the description. Have to get freakier so you can be better at Dark Souls. True. The freakier you are, the better you are at Dark Souls. Debate? Is it a debate? Because the answer is yes. You did join the Discord, okay. Cool. I just had to get one more algorithm plea out there before the end of the stream. You enjoyed Dark Souls 2 more post-transition? Yeah, that's exactly why. Alright. Thoughts on the build? It's cool, it's fine. Funny damage on some bosses, underwhelming damage on others. The hand axe is cool. Would be a lot better if I had gotten a weapon buff. Pyromancer damage is funny, but obviously underwhelming in the DLC specifically. Yeah. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I love you all, and I don't know how to end this.